Time to kill everyone. No one's ever done this before and tried to shoot the NPCs in the intro. I'm sure that will work for me. Okay, I have to mine a bunch of ore, I'm guessing. I'm guessing by the blue flashing hexagons. That's an interesting shape and color to choose as an indicator. I'm guessing that that's the thing I have to do. Can you turn off, like, quest indicators in this? I'm more forgiving about it in a futuristic game because, you know, you would have a digital HUD, Google Glass, BDSM, mouth gag type thing attached to your body at all times. Yeah, of course you would. So it would show you shit like this. You know, if you're high on space oxy to get through the drudgery of your drone-like job, of course you would need digital hand-holding and pacifying and mommy head pats in order to get through a fucking day. Of course you would. That's nothing new. But in a game like this where if I can shut that shit off, I'm going to shut it off. If I mine your head, will I find any rare ores, my dear? Perhaps there's a lead deposit in your cerebellum there. Maybe your pituitary gland has some crystal that I can harvest. Yes, delicious pineal crystal. Let's see here. Do I have to do anything else, or are we just waiting on her to watch those guys mine? She's like, I like to watch the big drill. For some reason, it makes me feel something primal and deep, but also natural that's been bred out of me and augmented out of me. Some warmth in my lower regions that many of us have had memories or dreams of, but we don't really remember what that is because we're now sexless ants working for some kind of nefarious insectoid or reptilian overlord wearing a human skin. I gotta say, the rocks do look good in this, though. Alright, Heller's waking us up. We took a bit too much space oxy and we blacked out. We went into a ketamine hole. We took some space ketamine. That's what happened. He's like,
bro, don't even worry about it. You partied a little too hard, bro. Here, have some black pepper. Ground black pepper will make you sober in no time.
yeah, she looks pretty normal. She kind of looks like wife material, you know what I mean? She looks like she would go to her job as a doctor or a scientist and then come home and, you know, vaporize you a meal or whatever, which takes 2 presses of a button. It's not oppressive, it's just pressive. All you do is press a button. So it's not like she has to put in effort, but she would do it anyway, so that when you came home, there was a hot, steaming Monsanto gruel cube of compressed protein of dubious origins on your plate, and then she would sit down with you and she'd have a glass of synthetic wine and probably agree to do weird things to you sexually, not because she's into them, but because she wants to please you, because she respects and loves you. That's like the type of person, that's the type of vibe I get from this character. Very cool. Here he is, the character of the age. The Jesus clone of the millennium. Should we get the skin tone even lighter than that? Ooh. Getting dangerously light. Don't want to go too light. He's looking pretty good, but you know what? Whoa, we just lost 30 IQ points doing that. Jesus Christ. It's like it's like, hello, it's nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm feeling good today.
And then every forehead option we lose IQ. Jesus. Nose. Whoa. Nose, thank you. Come on, you're really not at all curious about the light and music show you experience. I mean, you just got high, but I'm trying to inflate the experience of you getting high and having sensory overload into something that I can manipulate you with. I'm trying to use drugs to basically mind wipe you, because most drugs are just a CIA psyop designed to erase your memory, even more so than it's already been erased. What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, howdy there, gamers. It's your resident Madman here with fucking Fallout New Vegas in space. Basically, that's what it is. Sulfur mountains, acid, bacteria rivers. It's almost heaven. Yes, this is West Virginia.
Hey, Shannon. Charlie wanted me to bring up the issues with the lab again. For what it's worth, I think we should do at least an evaluation. Our initial system setups don't account for the environment outside the lab. You know, RI won't let us do anything to fix it officially if we don't have something solid. We're all on the same ship here. Now that's out of the way, time to grab a drink. I'll come down by your office after the shift. We can go to the Drunken Clam. Peter.
Okay, what is this person saying now? From Ryujin Liaison. Project Marzana Liaison, Shannon Palermo. Your request for additional resources to address the issues outlined in your previous communication has been reviewed. The decision has been made to deny these resources at this time. Evaluated risks are well within acceptable parameters. Proceed with the project as scheduled. Trevor Goodchild. Very cool. Okay, Charlie Jorgensen. Ooh, alright, so he'd be like a Scandinavian dude then? Oh, I know who I would do for him. He would be like fucking Squiscar from Metalocalypse.
Shannon, this is important. The issue with the cryo connectors for the labs and the ambient environmental fluctuations we talked about. It's more seriouser than I originally thought. I think we need to halt the current experiments, pause the whole program, and upgrade the labs. We're all in dangers here, including Zeus. Please do the right things and at least have someone looks into it. Dr. Squiscar.
Alright, encrypted task completed. From Marie Bakaba. So she'd be like a Russian chick?
My team has completed implementation of the CESAT encryption. All project data going forward will be encrypted automatically as it is uploaded onto local servers. I have also personally overseen the encryption of our older Marzana project data. I agree the value of this data cannot be overstated, and I support any further efforts to lock down possible leak vectors to the scientists and staff here. During our efforts, we have found multiple cases of indiscretion among the staff that pose security risks. As a first additional step, I recommend we prevent any project data from being loaded onto personal slates. Please let me know how to proceed. Thanks.
They're trying to flank us. Quick. Joe, get on my 6.
Come on, man. I got 2 of them in the other room fucking with me, man. I can't fucking play this game, man.
Joe, there's no one worse at Starfield than you. You're the worst player I've ever seen.
Hey guys, you guys still playing Starfield over there?
Yeah, Barack, we're still playing it.
Oh, I'm over here playing Minecraft.
Barack, you're pathetic. You're so weak. It's laughable.
Yeah, come on, man. Minecraft's for kids, man. Come play Starfield, man.
Meatwad, what are you doing in my underground cryogenic laboratory?
I heard some noises down here, and then I found these guys frozen. These scientists. They friends of yours, Frylock?
Oh my god, the cryolation experiment must have failed. It's exploded and killed them all.
Look, I broke into your lab. I found some ramen noodles in the cupboard, and I found 2 sodas in the fridge. What else have you been hiding from me?
It's like, God damn it, Shake, you destroyed my experiment and killed about 6 scientists. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, you killed my joy by keeping those sodas from the fridge, the communal fridge that all of us must draw sustenance from.
Hey, I didn't know you had sodas. What'd I do to deserve this? You keeping sodas from me, Frylock? I thought we were friends.
We are friends, Meatwad. Look, I really don't think we should be concerned about the sodas right now. We should be concerned about the dead scientists in my entire laboratory filled with ice.
Yeah, that sure seems like a you problem. How about you go ahead and get a blowtorch and clean it up? Yes, World War V. My son was a soldier in it. He was vaporized.
He's like, seems the sex mods I installed haven't been working correctly. Robot, activate fleshlight protocol.
Error. Flashlight protocol not found.
This guy's like listening to their conversation. He's like,
Dear God, what have these United States become? This is a degenerate hive. Oh God, my soul's been trapped in this painting because I owned slaves, and that's now considered a sin. Please, someone, burn the painting and free me.
bro, can we just climb this? Is she gonna climb with us? Come on a climbing trip with me, my love. We're climbing Solar Panel Mountain. It's like Everest, but more interesting because there isn't a depressing lineup of 500 people. Look, we've almost reached the summit. Here we go. Oh, we've run out of oxygen and died. I'm so sorry. Green Boots is somewhere below us. Oh, you've teleported to me. Very nice. Ooh, 69 meters from our goal. Is it a sign, love? Should we make love here on the smooth, slippery solar panels of the future? I think we should.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist into my pants.
It's a game we play. He asks to fuck me, and I say no.
It only makes my penis harder. A universe of leisure. Are you tired of staying in Sophia's bland, boring, unchanging heaven realm? Come down here. It's not quite hell. It's more like limbo. You can possess a body, run around for a while, and even die, and you'll just go back up to heaven and be reincarnated again. A universe of leisure.
Oh man, look at these guys. They got fucking steampunk hats.
It's like, are you here for the steampunk convention? Yes, I am. I am also here for the steampunk convention.
This woman's like, I know you're looking at my hat. I wanted you to. I wanted you to look at it. It's like an oyster shell. Get it? Like my pussy? You freak. Don't touch me. Here, let's deprive humanity of potential advancement by keeping all this shit to ourselves and not letting people analyze it.
It's an honor to be a part of this grift.
We're going to do great things together, all of us. And by that I mean, the orgy. It's this Friday? You signed up, right? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this one. We're going to the mud pool.
What?
Okay, these artifacts are a new chapter. Why don't you out there as well? Need something like watching my back. Oh, God. Can I... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Yeah, that should be what it feels like since I've been treating you like a fucking dick the entire game. Not wasting you. What are you, some kind of succubus? Like, I need your precious fluids. You're just wasting them on your own. Okay, there's an expedition. There's also the Eye, our Illuminati station in orbit. Time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. Okay. All right, we're losing track of her voice because I'm not interested in this crap. All right. I'm not even going to do her voice. That would just be racist. I'm not even going to do it.
We should get over there and check in on Barrett in person. He's probably high on heroin again. Oops, I mean space heroin.
Let's trade gear. Time to dress you up like one of the strippers in Duke Nukem. You're gonna be my space bitch. What can you tell me about Barrett anyway?
His mind is always somewhere, but there's no arguing his knack for being in the right place at the wrong time. Ha ha ha.
God, the quips. No one in the future would talk like this. Okay? It was charming in Skyrim when people were like, oh, those mud crabs sure are a pain. Ha ha ha. If guards were just passing time talking and they said cringy shit, it wasn't as bad as this. These are like... I mean, in a future like this, there can't be that many useless people. Probably everyone's genetically grown in a tube. So you'd think that everyone would have some sort of skill or purpose. And if they're purposeful people, it's not that they wouldn't have a sense of humor, but they wouldn't talk like this, man. Like, hire a fucking writer. Like, holy fuck. Oh, shut up. I'm thinking, you fucking bitch.
What's the Eye? What's Vladimir?
We maintain a star station in orbit above us.
That's like 6 redundancies, man.
Vladimir runs the station. Brilliant astronomer. Years of practical experience.
What should I do, Mommy? I don't know.
Who's Sam Coe and what's this expedition of his?
Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. He should be back by now. I'll let him handle the introductions. If I steal his thunder, cliché, I'll never hear the end of it.
Why would you be using, like, ancient Earth metaphors? Like, I don't get it, man. I guess English won. I guess the Anglos conquered the stars, guys, unless you're playing on a different language. In which case it's, whoever else. Okay, I'm just going to get the fuck out of this hell. All right. Can we steal more of your shit? Oh, see, now that we are ingratiated, now that we are in the faction's graces, we can just take all their stuff. Nautical compass. I want that in my house. That is actually kind of kick-ass. We're going to go ahead and steal that. Giving us quarters. I like that.
He's like, I'm reading about plants. I like them.
Oh, yep. We got another skill increasing thing. We're going to take that. Man, I wish you could take more of this shit. Got a Stradivarius there. It's probably worth $1 trillion space dollars, equivalent to 400 current dollars. You wonder what inflation would have been like if they just reset their currency a bunch of times. Got a nice COVID molecule model in the background there.
You must be the latest person to appear so fast my dialogue just disappeared.
You must be Sam Coe, the Freestar Collective expert.
Whoa, I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me, I'm behind him, so my dialogue looks fucked right now. I'm not gonna do a child's voice. That's just weird, man.
Corco, nice to meet you. Pee 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 pee.
Good to meet you, Cora.
Nice to meet you, Baron Volunteer.
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship, honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition?
Only that it was in Freestar Collective space.
Sure enough, that's where we're heading. 3 of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective, and not coincidentally the home of their capital, Aquila City.
Why would you say not coincidentally? See, this just, when you read it out loud, you can really tell how cringe it is. But I feel like the people who wrote this didn't read it out loud to themselves while they were writing it. That's a very simple trick you can use. If you ever have to write anything, it feels stupid like the first few times you do it. But when you hear yourself speak what you're writing, you'll realize where its weaknesses are. Like, immediately. Like, you'll be like, oh god, that sounds cringe. How the fuck could I have written that? It's a trick that never gets old. Like, it works consistently. Read your shit out loud if you're a writer, or it's going to sound like this. The poor voice actors who had no agency or input to be like, hey, when I read this out loud, you guys realize it sounds like shit, right? The guys in the recording booth don't care. They're not judging the writing. They're just judging the sound levels. So, like, everyone's skills are so compartmentalized and specialized that nobody can provide, like feedback to each other. They're all just in their own lane, and then the final product is some kind of mental gruel that sounds like ass.
As much as I enjoy having you...
Anything I should know about Aquila?
Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. That's got nothing to do with Red Dead Redemption, and it's got nothing to do with Fallout New Vegas. But they are the good guys. They just don't make them any less dangerous. They're kind of like anti-heroes, if you get my meaning.
See, now I'm doing it. Now I'm saying cringy shit like, if you get my meaning. No one says that. Like, no real person would ever say that shit.
I'm ready. Let's get going.
We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. Just 2 bros together alone, touching ourselves. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then...
And he just left. Cool. I wasn't done reading your dialogue, bro. Very inconsiderate. Like I said, we got a nice COVID molecule up here. That's very cool. Kind of insensitive to the millions who died. Look at this fuck. He is high as shit. Look at his face. He's like, most of these plants do funny things to my brain. These are all just different varieties of space weed. They look different, but they're actually just different strains. It's like, this one will make you taste purple. This one here, that's the same one actually. The red one will make you into a schizo nightmare hallucination experiencer for about 6 hours. This one here, well, you can sit on it and you can imagine what it does. It cleans your anus. It's actually an anus cleaning chair. It's very advanced. You sit on it and it completely cleans your anus down to a molecular level. So if you're going to have some fun with your cowboy friend, really both of you should be sitting on this. And you can also stick your genitals inside the little orifice there and it will clean them down to the molecular level as well. It's highly advanced. Hedonism perfected by technology. That's the future all of us really want. Not an elevation of our mental state, but an elevation of the ways in which we degrade ourselves. Ah, yes, the future. So bright and beautiful. Now, did we get the lodge key? Oh, hell yeah, guys. We're in the secret society lodge. We made it. We're finally in the secret eyeball diamond triangle society. Wow. It's just as amazing as I thought it would be. Razor sharp edges to every fence. Lots of bonsai trees. Ass cleaning plants. I mean, it's everything. What more could I want? You know? They're getting me work. They have a diverse group of people. They're obviously extremely rich. Just don't ask where they get the money or how they get it. I mean, man, I'm not going to ask any questions. This just looks awesome. I'm not weirded out by any of this. This isn't creepy or off-putting at all. Fantastic. They got robots. They got model ships. Very epic. All right, let's get the fuck out of this place before the gods rain fire down upon it for being a degenerate hive. How are you even living on this planet if you're at all poor? There's not a homeless person in sight. Is there going to be a Gunji district to this place with like hobos? I doubt it. I bet they all just get vaporized. The minute your credit score goes below a certain amount, boom, vaporized. You're part of the bottom 1% of society, which is a constantly shifting category. Boom, monthly vaporization. On the 31st of every month, everyone below a certain earning bracket, boom, you're gone. Bye-bye. You're no longer a problem for any of us. Your grandma died and you had to pay her exotic medical bill. Oops, below your earnings for this month. Bye-bye. It's been nice knowing you. There's a million ships waiting in orbit of this planet full of people waiting to take your place because everyone wants to live on one of the 5 habitable planets in a radius of like 400 million miles. Like,
Enhance. Good.
good? That's like the laziest adjective you possibly could have used, man. Anything is better than the word good. Using the word good is like using the word love. You just don't do it. It's like amateur shit.
Good, young, attractive, fresh, seductive, emotional, beautiful, enhance.
And then we've got some Zorbon text over here. That's for the non-human readers there. That's the translation. Very cool. You know, I mean, the advertising looks like DeviantArt tier shit. It looks like someone's portfolio for an undergraduate application for a design school. That's what this looks like. Looks like someone who knows how to use GIMP or Photoshop or Krilla or whatever the fuck the other paint programs are. Like they know how to use Corel Paint or fucking, what's that other one? There's one that has a really bad name, but it's actually a really good program. Manga Studio. Manga Studio is actually a lot of career artists use that. The name is deceptive. It sounds like trash, but it actually has a lot of good tools apparently. But that's what these look like. They look like undergraduate fucking portfolio application examples for an art school. And so does this person. They look like a walking version of that.
They're an epic queen. Don't criticize their mass. In the future, we call it mass positive. I'm a mass positive individual. And if you're a little too thin, as the apes on Earth used to call it 100 years ago, they'd call you thin. Now, someone hears that term, they'd start weeping immediately and probably vomit from the sheer mental anguish of having to hear such a painful word. It'd be like casting a magic spell on them, just saying that word. You call them mass negative if they're thin now. That's the new preferred terminology for this time period. Man, I feel like I just want to install a mod where it's like, skip the main quest and kill anyone. And just go around emptying planets of people. Just be like, I don't like you, don't like you, don't like you. Man, we need to play New Vegas, man. That's a game where you can actually do that. It's back when Bethesda knew what the fuck they were doing. It's like the old Fallouts were good. I never played those. But that and New Vegas, I hated Fallout 3. And I kind of love Fallout 4. Again, if you just skip the story, oh, that guy's gonna get fucking immolated. Holy shit, dude! Get off the fucking landing pad. They should revoke your certification for that. That's like a major safety violation. There's no way. What was he? Was he too high on space oxy? And one of his pilot friends dared him, dude, run under that ship while it takes off. It's like, you're gonna get turned to ashes, bro. My life has no meaning. I've become an adrenaline junkie because I have no purpose. Whoa. I'm on so much space oxy right now. My tolerance is crazy. It's half my monthly paycheck just to buy these pills. Ho! We're living in a utopian future. Woo! Cool. Nothing worse than docking and then you like undock by mistake. It's like, oh god, I gotta go through all that again. We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood. Nothing I like more than drinking blood. In the future, it's not taboo anymore.
Fitness. Nice arms? So my first dialogue option, let me get this straight. I've just met this guy. My first option is to compliment his physique. Interesting. Oh, by the way, we're changing Archive's voice to the character from Alien Resurrection, whose voice I absolutely love. So we'll see if I can pull it off. It's similar to the fucking Snake voice I was doing from the Metal Gear games. I love this guy's voice. Look up the scene from Alien Resurrection, the drink scene, where he drinks whiskey out of a cube. He puts a cube in a glass, and there's a machine that hits it with a laser. This guy's real happy, isn't he? There's a machine that hits it with a laser and turns it into liquid. And he's drinking whiskey with the captain, and he's talking about paying the captain in cash, which is like an artifact. Like, no one uses cash anymore in the Alien Resurrection future. And the way his voice is in that movie, he dies far too soon in that film. He's like the best sounding voice in that movie. His voice sounds something like...
Rook on deck. That's pirate talk, isn't it? Former Crimson Fleet and old Jacobones would be the term for it back in my day. I left that life behind me. Even before I signed up with Constellation, I was retired.
I'm no rock. I was a space miner.
An honest job, no shame in that. Some of us have done far worse. I did things as a pirate that haunt my dreams. I have PTSD. Wish I could have gone down to the Black Lodge to see the artifacts come together, but I got a little lost peeking through the eye.
Peeking through the eye. More pirate talk?
That one's all on me. The eye's the nickname for this star station. Think of it as one big telescope, like the James Webb telescope, which it completely rips off in its entire design.
It happens to me too. I get lost in things sometimes, like my wife's pretty feet.
Always preferred working alone, even around people I like. But we're all working together on this one. No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one.
I'm fucking rushing because the dialogue disappears in like 2 seconds.
But the data takes a slow ride along the sea of light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive.
You're asking me to chase ghosts. That could be nothing.
Wouldn't be tipping your ear if I thought it was a waste of time. Giving you the best of what's available, no more. You won't be the only constellation out there. Andreja and Mateo are both following up on scans themselves. Mateo went out recently, but Andrea, it's been a while. Hate to pull the worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man, and I'm worried.
Exploration takes time. I'm sure she's fine.
You're probably right. Just hard not to think of all the bad luck you can get into burning helium out there.
Okay, remember what we said about fuel last episode? It'd have to be infinite for any of this to make sense. Helium is insanely exotic. It's extremely hard to produce, man. Big L to the writers for making that the fuel. Just make it a magic thing. Just make it, corovanum or something. Just do that. That's so much better than trying to be like, we'll use a realistic fuel source. That has a ripple effect, and now everything in the story looks and sounds and seems stupider. Okay, whatever.
You need to stand back, now. Sounds like you could use some help. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. Kilo City at its finest. Never a dull moment. Well, I'll be damned. Sam Coe. Been a long time. I won't hold my breath about you being here to take the badge again. Listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame you for how it went down. For the others, though, you might get a different reception. Thanks. Appreciate you saying so. I figure some of that reception is owed. Still, appreciate the sentiment, Marshal. All right, Sam. I'll trust your judgment on this one. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. Sounds like they got the drop on you pretty good. Embarrassing. Well, that's real damn helpful, thank you. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust a badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. If I could slip in unseen, I could take him out quick. It might come to that, but first I'd like to try something else, find out what they want, then report back to me.
Take it slow and steady. Look for every opportunity to de-escalate. You got this.